Hi, I shall discuss today a program that prints the number of occurrences of each alphabet in the text. Okay, so let's see how we can proceed to the program. So to do that, we have to first declare a array of a array that accepts character as inputs. Okay, so I have done that character str100 that this basically accept inputs as character of arrays. Okay, so now we have to scan the string that we want to enter. Okay, so for this we have used gets library function. This gets library function basically reads the line and stores in this str, so character in this character array. Okay, so let's say I am writing here I am Suraj. Okay, okay, so now when we are inputting I am Suraj, then this whole string is stored in this str. Okay, that is a array of characters. Okay, now I have to um, I have to count the length of the string. So for that there is a also library function that is strlen. Okay, this library function basically um, and this basically finds the length of the string. Okay, so here this line will print length is what 1 2 3 4 5. So this is length is 10. Okay, now count will be assigned to 10. Yeah. Now we have to traverse the string to find the number of occurrences. So yeah, so I am initiating a for loop for that. For let's say I have initialized here I, you can see that integer. Okay, now I equal to 0 and I less than count. So count is basically 10, so 0 to 9, that is 10. So that is why I have declared it as less than. Okay, not less than, equal to. Now I plus plus. Okay, now uh, if str sorry str what this line means, that is if I basically increments the array index. Okay, so that means let's say, yeah, let's say str of 1 str of 1 is what here, that is I. Okay, str of 1 is here I. Now what is str of 2, sorry str of 0 is here I, basically index is starting from 0. Okay, so now str of 1 equal to, this is basically a space. Okay, so this is a space str of 1 equal to, now str of 2 equal to what, a. Okay, and that is how we can access the elements of that str. Okay, now if str, this means until str I is true, that means str I is not null. Okay, this lines basically means that str I, there is a value of something value of str I, the string is not null. Okay, now we will do let, I have here initialized a let equal to 0, that basically counts the number. Okay, So here I am, why I am doing here also let equal to 0, where I will say that later. You cannot understand now. Okay, so yeah, now I am initiating another for loop. Okay, so why I am initiating this for loop, telling I am telling, just wait. Okay, now what this for loop will do, that I have to find the occurrences. Yeah, so let's say at first count is I equal to 0, so I variable initialized to 0, so now str of 0 equal to I basically. Okay, so now we have to count the occurrences of I in this sentence, okay, or this string. Okay, now how we can do that, I have, so we have to traverse the array second time. So why second time? First time we are traversing to find the what is the character, and second time I am initiating this loop to find the occurrence. Okay, uh, let's let's say now if is now if str of I equal to str of j, then we will increment the late value. Yeah, yeah. So let's say what this loop is doing. Let's see what this loop is doing basically. Okay, so now if here j equal to, at first j equal to 0, now our I value is, let's say here our I value is now 0. Okay, so we are entering in this for loop. Stri is basically stri is I, and that is true. Oh, one thing more, that is, let's say 2 lower. What this 2 lower does is 2 lower converts the string into lower character. Okay, the upper character to lower character. Yeah. Okay, so our string of I is now I. Okay, now capital letter I. So now let equal to, let is basically here 0. So let is 0. Now j equal to 0, j less than count j plus plus. So j at first j's value is initialized and 1, and string of j equal to also I. Okay, string of I equal to I and string of j equal to I. So now if 2 lower, string of I equal to string of j. Okay, so now string of I is also 1 and string of j is also I and string of I is also I. So this loop is true. Now let will be incremented to 1. Okay, let will be incremented to 1. So and in the second iteration, second j value will be, j is basically 1. Okay, j is basically 1, and if 2 lower of string I was I, capital letter I, and 2 lower str of j is basically now a space. So this space is now str of, let's say here I am writing this str of 1 equal to what is space. Okay, so this loop is not true, so let will not be incremented. Okay, now in the third iteration j will be 2 and str of j will be this a, str of j will be a. So now this loop is not true. So we cannot find I anywhere in this string. So every time this loop will be false. Okay, only one time, only one time this loop was true, when j equal to 0 and I equal to 0. So late value is only 1. So we can conclude from this loop that late is 1. So that is the count of I in this string, in this whole string is 1. Okay, yeah. And why I am doing late equal to 0 every time? The cause is, let's say that late value is now, yeah, late value is now 1. Okay, so now we have counted the first occurrence of first element of the array, and now we will count the occurrence of second element. So late value is already 1. So if we don't do this late equal to 0, then what will when this loop, when I equal to 1, then this the loop will be executed, and this I will be started, this late will be started from 1 only. Okay, so every time the loop will iterate, I value will be incremented from the previous value. Okay, so that is why we have initialized here late equal to 0. Every time we will execute the loop, and late will be again initialized to 0. So that is how we are counting the occurrences of uh, each characters of a string. Okay, so here I have just printed that. um, that is our program. Okay, so now we will execute this, our program. Let's see. Yeah, so let's say I so yeah. You can see here that occurrence of I is 1, what I have said when dry running the program. Okay, now occurrence of this space is 2. Yeah, here's two spaces are there, I after I and after m. So the occurrence of space is 2. Occurrence of a is 2 also, because here it's 1a and here is 1a. Now you can see here all the occurrences have been printed. So that is our program. Okay, thank you.